Hi, this is Peter the Clairvoyant here, and I'm doing today's daily tarot reading for the month of 30th of April 2018. So 30th of April 2018. So let's see what we get here. So we just can give the cards a good shuffle, and let's see what we've had. I hope you've had a great weekend. My wife's getting ready for my little girl's birthday. She's 70. As you can see, the decorations up in the background. So, right, let's see what we get. Okay, so we'll just start off by putting 3 cards down. Okay, so I still feel though as if to say we're carrying on from what we've said over the last few days here. And here in the centre, we've still got the focus of relationships, but this time it's coming upside down, although it was this way. So, and sometimes I don't always draw to upside down cards, because if a card's positive, it's less of the positive. If a card's a negative card in a sense, it's less of the negative. So I just feel as though relationships are starting to become less of an issue as we move forward now into the new week. And we're going to start to go into other issues we're focusing on. So it may be just feeling over the last few days we've focused on ourselves a little bit, our issues. So that sense of self-importance, let's say, is going to sort of move forward, become less of an issue. And we're going to focus more on other issues around us in our lives. And again, sort of thinking about ourselves, whether abroad and overseas, and our thoughts and ideas. But it feels like we need to focus on our strength a little bit more now, and start sort of looking after ourselves a little bit. And I'm also feeling as if to say we've got to start having a bit of strength to sort of focus on what we need to be doing. But let's just put a couple more cards down to see what the strength's all about. Interesting. Yeah, so it's like we've got still some big decisions to make as well. But what's quite interesting here is the 3 of coins coming out. Now, I always look at the 3 of coins. There's contracts or self-employment. And I just feel as though if we're looking at a work matter, we've got some big decisions to make. And I'm also now feels I'm more on a domestic level. I'm being drawn to maybe we've got to look at our will or financial documents with the home. So maybe insurance policies or financial savings, which is quite interesting. Because, yeah, and it's funny, over the last couple of days, it's like I've been thinking, personal finances, are we on track? Because it's like as you get older, you think about that, don't you? Are we going to pay the mortgage off, or could we be saving money? Are we paying too much in rent? All those kind of things. So it's like we're looking at the financial documents of things in life and stuff like that, and we've got some big decisions to make. And the strength card coming out before it, some of these financial documents, it's like, I don't want to look at these. So we need to have the courage to look at them. And then you've also got the Emperor coming out, which is maybe you being sort of the boss. It doesn't matter whether you're the female energy or the male energy. You've got to feel empowered to look at these things. It's difficult things. And it's like, so it feels like we're moving away from thinking about ourselves, like a holidays or things like that. And it's like we're looking more to sort of more serious stuff, where we're on track with our work, our careers, financial documents, money, those types of things. And I feel so this is going to take a bit of a shift now over the sort of coming months. So it's like we focused on ourselves, we've got that sorted. Now we've got to focus on the more serious matters of what's going on around us. So I'm just going to split the cards. Yeah, so here we got the Hangman. So we might be feeling a bit in limbo, as if to say, is that right? Is it wrong? Are we okay? Might want to seek a bit more advice. Might not be too sure ourselves, so we may have to look into things. So there could be a waiting period of sort of knowing, are we on track with everything, or are we waiting for something to happen? And let's just see what's on this side. Yeah, and we may have to wait, but we may be impatient. So the Chariot coming out is a feel of pushing forward. So we must feel as though we just want to push forward. So be careful we don't rush into things too quickly. Especially if it's to do with money, we may need to sit back and think a little bit. And then if I turn them back upside down and take the cards on top, so we need to start trusting his intuition a little bit now of what we feel as though we should be doing. And that's quite important. And maybe as well, just thinking slightly on the negative side of that, is somebody around you being a bit secretive with the money, not telling you everything that's going on. Is money okay? Or something be doing, or should be something be done and it hasn't been done, and they're not saying it. See, secretiveness, I always look at it as, it's not a negative thing as such. It's not like a bad thing, like mistrust. Sometimes it's our own natural personalities where it's like, we know we want to say things, but it's like we've got to go round the roundabout 100 times before we say it. So we can be a bit secretive, like sort of not being quite sort of open about things. Not so much truthful. It's like we will say it, but we won't say it till tomorrow, the day after, or the week after, the month after. It's like we take our time. Okay. Now, also, when we tend to look at money going forward, sometimes we look backwards or to the past. And it's a bit like sort of, nostalgia, isn't it? It's like with the Six of Cups here, it's like I feel so, well, I wish I'd done this and I wish I'd done that. And that's quite interesting because I've been looking at my life for the last few days, where I'm at now, and I think, God, it's like I've done this things and I've done that. If I hadn't done this, God, I could have been here by now. Why didn't I do me tarot reading before instead of doing all the other things I've done? I could have been in a better place, a better position. It's like I've made some mistakes. Why don't I know that? And it's interesting, isn't it? So we can all look back with nostalgia, but sometimes you got to say to yourselves, yeah, that's true, but going back to this, trust your intuition, as if to say, well, don't look at it so negatively, because maybe those things in the past should have had to happen. If they hadn't have happened, you wouldn't be where you are today doing what you're doing today. So it's like, we can think, oh, we shouldn't have done this and shouldn't have done that, but if you hadn't have done them, you wouldn't have got where you are. So some things happen for a reason. So try not to look too negatively on everything, because none of this is looking negative. It's all pretty positive. But there's just a bit of reminiscing. I should have done this, I should have done that. Should have trusted my intuition a little bit more with your past card crossing your intuition. So it's quite intriguing, isn't it? We all can think we should have done this, should have done that. I wished I hadn't been there. Wished I'd been here instead. Wished I'd bought that and not bought this. Wished I'd been there. You can go on and on and on, and it can drag you down. So you've got to try and sort of see the positive spin on it. So look at it like, yeah, but I haven't done that, then maybe I wouldn't have been with that person. If I hadn't been with that person, well, I wouldn't have got my children. There's always some kind of positive side to it, but you'll always think of a negative, and that negativeness will hold you back, and you mustn't. So this is the way you've got to look at things now. So I just feel as though you've got to be strong about everything. So I'm just going to look now sort of a positive spin on it of it all. Overall now, of where you're at today to where you're leading for a couple of months forward. So I'm just going to split the pack. It's telling you, don't worry so much. Don't let things play in your mind. Things play in your mind, it can drag everything down. Got to start looking positive about things. Yeah, see the Two of Wands, there's more things to come, more positive things. You're feeling quite good about things, looking forwards, looking at where you're at now, what you own, because this is your Dominion card of what you perceive to own, and the world's your oyster. So don't look too negatively on things. We've all got regrets of the past, we all have, and we've just not got let it get to us. We really haven't. It can drag you down. And sometimes, like I say, You know in the past those things you wanted to do at the time. And I think, you've got to done it. You wouldn't be where you are today. So you've got to lift yourself up, dust yourself off and say, right, this is where I'm at now and I've got to get on with it. So I hope you've really enjoyed that. And I'm going to do the one now for tomorrow. So let's see where we're at. And I'm thinking as well, soon as well, I'm going to do some angel ones as well. I think people could enjoy them. They're our angels. I think that'll be quite good. So I think tomorrow, I'm not going to do it today, but from tomorrow, I'm going to start doing an angel one as well. I think that'll be quite good. Alright, so this is Peter the Clairvoyant. If you want a private reading, a more in-depth personal reading, please do contact me through Facebook or YouTube and we can get it sorted. Thank you very much.